If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. We welcome you to today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist. Today's show I want to talk about Delta Airlines, as they are now implementing the use of microchips to track people's bags. The reason I want to talk about it is because most people out there know about the RFID microchip, and most people do believe that that will be the mark of the beast, that they will eventually have us take that microchip in our wrist or in our forehead, and that we won't be able to buy or sell goods without having this chip inside of us, as they get rid of money and they get rid of cash, as they turn us into a cashless society. We've already seen commercials from PayPal talking about how it's now a cashless world that we live in, and they constantly push getting rid of cash and just using plastic. And the next thing it's going to be is the RFID microchip. So what Delta's doing here, it's just conditioning people. We already know that they do the microchipping of animals in other countries. They make it mandatory to be able to fly with your pet or your cat or your dog. They have to have the RFID chip inside of them, the microchip inside of them. What Delta's doing here is conditioning people into believing that this microchipping is a good thing, because a lot of people out there feel like the microchip, you hear all these conspiracy theorist guys, and I'm not saying that I'm not, I guess, ranked into that class, but you hear a lot of them pushing fear, as in, they're going to come to your door with a gun and say, take the microchip. And I've been saying over and over on this channel for quite some time, and for anyone that's listened to me for years, that it's not going to be forced. People are willingly going to take it. They are going to brainwash people into doing this, that it's going to be a safe and okay thing. So to get to that point, they have to condition everyone into thinking that this is a great idea and a great thing. And they're going to use false idols like the Kardashians and all of these celebrities on TV to show you how simple and easy it is to get the microchip in your wrist, right? You don't have to carry a wallet, you don't do this or that, and nobody can steal your identity. Because I personally believe that they're going to do a massive identity hack. That's why they've been pushing this, online movement for years now, scaring people into thinking they're going to get their identity stolen, and their money's going to be gone, and people are going to be doing fraudulent activity. They're going to do a false flag event like that, when they're going to scare people into accepting the RFID chip, saying that, listen, once you get this, nobody can steal your identity. They can't steal your social security number. They can't steal your passport, all that stuff. It'll all be inside of you. But to get to that point, they have to condition everyone into feeling comfortable with the RFID chip. And that's why you'll see it rolled out more and more, just in little things like this. So Delta's announced that they're going to be using the RFID chip, and it's a great thing because nobody's going to be able to lose their bags anymore. So what they're going to do is they're going to chip the bags with RFID technology to keep track of them. That way people won't be losing their bags, and I guarantee you'll be hearing more about it as far as statistics go. They'll say, look, nobody's lost their bag on Delta in over 6 months or in over a year compared to other airlines. They'll make up a statistic and say, people on United have lost thousands of bags in the last year. No one on Delta has lost one with this RFID chip. People will start to feel, get conditioned and start to feel very comfortable with the microchip. That's exactly what they want, because people are going to willingly accept the microchip. They are going to want the microchip because they are going to be tricked into fearing life without a microchip. They're going to be, duped through hypnosis and mind control to think that all these bad things are going to happen to them if they don't get the chip. And of course, then people will be forced, because people like us, Christians, who believe that the microchip could potentially be the mark of the beast, or is the mark of the beast, that we'll refuse to accept, as we learn in the book of Revelation about you won't be able to buy or sell goods without having this mark on your body, on your wrist, or in your forehead. They'll say, look, if you don't accept it, you can't buy anything, you can't do anything. That's why people are willingly going to be going along with this, but they're going to scare people into it. But first, they're going to do stuff like this with Delta, like I just said. So they go on to say, here's how it works. Your checked baggage will get an RFID tag instead of the digital barcode sticker. Electronic sensors throughout the system will follow each bag and make sure it's routed to the proper spot. If, for whatever reason, your bag zigs when it should have zagged, the system sends an instant alert, and handlers, very funny term, by the way, using the term handlers can correct the problem long before your bag takes off in the wrong direction. They go on to say right now airlines claim they get you and your bags to the same spot 95% of the time. RFID tracking has a 99% success rate. So they're going to trick people into this. They're going to say, well, that's great. I mean, why would I want to risk losing my bag? And it's like I said, they're going to use some type of mass, cyber attack, which would be a false flag event, to scare everybody. And they'll say people lost millions and millions of dollars. People lost their identity. People lost their social security number. Everybody will freak out. It probably won't really happen to anyone, but the news will report, these millions of people that no one ever has met or seen had this happen to them. You'll never come across these people or meet them on a day-to-day basis, just like when they do these false flag events. Nobody seems to ever know who these people are. But they'll do an event like that, and everybody will be okay with the RFID chip. They'll say, listen, we have a new technology. You don't have to worry about getting hacked. You don't have to. And people will be skeptical at first, especially Christians. Lukewarm Christians will say, is that what it is? I don't know. And then the next thing you know, they'll have the Kardashians on TV, going to the store casually, having their wrists swiped at checkout, not having to do anything else, not having to sign a signature, not having to carry a wallet, not having to carry cash. Everything will be done that way. And people say that does look, pretty good. It'll take a little bit of time, but this is how they get you prepared. They start with just stuff like this. The, Delta micro RFID chipping your bag. We have the microchips now in credit cards and debit cards. And like I said, they have animals already microchipped to get people conditioned that this is safe. They're not reporting anything as far as these animals getting so sick from the microchipping, even though we have no idea what it could possibly cause inside of their body. But in some countries, you can't fly with your pets unless you have them microchipped. So it's just more and more conditioning as Delta rolls this out. You'll see others start implementing it. You'll see it in different ways. But I'm telling you that this is conditioning to prepare people for the microchip, which we know is coming. It's been, in the works for a long time. And the book of Revelation tells us about not being able to buy or sell goods without having this mark of the beast in our wrist or in our forehead. And the only way that they're really going to get people to do it is not by force. They're going to scare everybody into wanting to do it, because that's how mind control works. They trick everyone. They scare everyone. They use fear so they don't have to worry about people. Yes, there'll be some people like us who are Christians who refuse to get this. But then, they'll press the part where they're saying, listen, you can't go to the store and buy food anymore because you don't have this chip. But the rest of society will be more than willing to get it once they see their false idols, Kanye West. All of these celebrities will be pushing it, just like they do with the vaccinations. And they say people who don't get vaccinations or want their kids vaccinated are crazy people. They're endangering your children at school. They're endangering our society. And everybody falls for it. So I just wanted to talk about this and let you know that Delta is implementing this now. When you see stories like this, understand that it's just basic conditioning. It is just to continue, you'll just hear about it over and over in these little ways so that you get familiar with the word RFID. It's not something you're afraid of by the time they want it inside your body, because you already know about it. You've already seen it, that things are so much better. Bags don't get lost. Animals don't get lost. It's easier when you use your credit card. It's easier, yada, yada, yada. And this is just Delta pushing this now. Other airlines will be doing it soon. You'll be hearing more and more about this microchipping in the next, probably 6 to 12 months, because it's coming soon. And Delta's just the first airline that's rolling this out. But it might seem like nothing. You might say, what's the difference? They already put a tag on your bag when they take it. But trust me, this is just basic conditioning to prepare you for it, because you're going to find the RFID chip in so many different things. It's going to just be common day-to-day things where you that doesn't make it seem like it's something to be afraid of. it'll be something like like this, like your travel bag, or your groceries, or then things in your home. You'll get them RFID chipped because you don't want to lose them, or your car keys, things like that. So then when it gets to the point where they want it in your skin, you say, oh yeah, oh, what's the big deal? Yes, I know what RFID stands for. I've had it, it's helped me find things that I've lost all the time. I don't want to lose my identity or have this stuff stolen. And boom, the next thing you know, everybody's going to have the chip. So more conditioning by them. This is Delta getting on board. Obviously, Delta and all these airlines are owned by these elitist scum. So this is just more of that. So just stay aware of these things so you know that they're there for conditioning. Don't fall for the conditioning as if this is a good thing, because it's not. And, just keep warning people about this stuff and what their end goal agenda is. And that is to get us chipped into accepting the mark of the beast. So don't fall for it. Thanks for listening to today's show. God bless you and your families. May peace be with you.